welcome back. Today is August 3rd, 2026. We are exactly 2 months away from the 2026 Senate races. So here's going to be my 2026 Senate election prediction as of August. Okay. So currently we sit at, coming up, 34 Democrats, 31 Republicans, with all of these seats up for grab. Again, this is interesting. We have no special elections this year. Every single race that is up just has one race statewide, which is kind of odd. Since the last couple, we've had some special elections every single time. So, with that being said, we're going to get to the safe Democratic seats. We're going to go with Colorado as a safe seat. It has been trending leftward over and over again. Again, I am an independent. I am looking at this from a statistical point of view. Okay, I've done research on this. I teach this. I do know what I'm talking about. Okay, Delaware, again, should still be a safe Democratic seat. Illinois is a safe Democratic seat, even though we don't know who. It's an open primary still. Massachusetts should be Democratic, as always. New Jersey, same thing. Booker should be there. New Mexico should still be a safe Democratic seat. Oregon, Rhode Island, and Virginia. Virginia has completely continued to turn left over left about every single year. Again, these are safe Democratic seats. Okay, now let's get into the safe Republican seats. Okay, we have Alabama, Tommy Tuberville will win. Arkansas, Cotton will win. Florida, I will not say as safe yet, just because of that. Idaho, same thing. Kansas will be safe. Kentucky, Mitch McConnell, if he is still alive, who knows what is happening with that, but still, Louisiana is safe. South Dakota is safe. Oklahoma is safe. Tennessee is safe. Wyoming is safe. But I think that's about it for now. West Virginia. West Virginia is safe still. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it for the safe states. Why I don't characterize Mississippi as a safe red state, neither Montana or Idaho yet, neither with Nebraska. Idaho, Montana, and Nebraska all have an independent running. That might change those races. Again, Dan Osborne's running in Nebraska versus Pete Ricketts. Really interesting about Montana is there is 3 people running. There's an independent, there is a Democrat, and there's a Republican. So if that Democrat stays in the race, really kills either the independent or the Democrat's chances, meaning it will be a safe Republican seat. But so as of now, let's just characterize it as safe. But again, that has time to change if the Democrat does drop out of the race. So for Idaho, though, I will probably characterize it as likely Republican. Again, 10 to 15 points. I see it as that. Same thing with Mississippi. Same thing with South Carolina. Mississippi continues to go further left, especially in midterms. Again, I think it will be actually more competitive. Again, the Democrats don't have a chance to win it, but they can be more competitive. South Carolina, Lindsey Graham passed, unfortunately. So that will be interesting to see. I think it's either going to be his sister or relative that is still going to take his seat and still going to win that primary, also in South Carolina. But again, still 10 to 15 points, even though it is still going to be a rougher year for Republicans. They should still win South Carolina by 10 to 15. Likely states. So let's go with Democratic likely states. I have Democrats winning Minnesota by 10 to 15 points. They should easily cruise to a likely victory in that. Same thing for Republicans in Nebraska. I think they get a likely victory over... Actually, no, let's go lean. We're going to say lean characteristic. 5 to 10 points. Dan Osborne will lose to Pete Ricketts. I think the same thing happens in Florida. 5 to 10 points. Yeah, I think, again, Florida has continued to move right, even when the country has moved left in some cases. So it'll be interesting to see how that all works out. But I still think they will be in a safe spot, Republicans in Florida. Really comes down to this landscape: Alaska, Texas, Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, Maine, New Hampshire, Iowa. I will say New Hampshire, I expect likely to go for the Democrats. That is also a likely one. So my other lean characteristics, okay, I have Iowa leaning as the same as Nebraska, as the same as Florida, 5 to 10 points. Okay, that's where I'm at as of now. I think the same thing can be said in Ohio for 5 to 10 points. Okay, I think that's very realistic to say. I think they can win by 5 or 10 points. I think Michigan can go 5 to 10 points for the Democrats. Same thing with North Carolina. Republicans are running a terrible candidate. Roy Cooper is very popular in the state. I think he will do solid right now for the Democrats. I also think the same thing about Georgia. Jon Ossoff, I think, can win by 5 points here. I think he can. I think that is very likely that he actually does win by 5 points. Same thing in North Carolina. Michigan, same thing. Especially with the political, what is happening in the world right now, I think it really comes down to these three races. Okay. Cornyn and Talarico, very close race. Cornyn is very controversial in Texas, but it is Texas. Okay. Alaska, Sullivan, and Peltola. Peltola won the House in 2024, got voted out, won in 2022, got voted out in 2024. Yeah, sorry, years are off a little bit. But Plattner versus Collins. Plattner just dropped out, so now they have a new person in Maine for the Senate candidate. But I still give Susan Collins a tilt margin. She should win by 0 to 2.5 points. Or 1.5 to that range. She should win by it. Same thing with Alaska. I have Alaska going in a tilt margin to Sullivan just because ranked choice voting, Peltola is still very probable to win this. But my biggest change will be Texas going as a tilt margin to the Democrats. Okay. The only reason I have Texas going to the Democrats is because of the political landscape right now. Gas prices are high. Economy is kind of struggling. Donald Trump is not ranking favorably in a lot of things. So I think that is why Texas will go that way, because Democrats will show up in Texas, same with independents. Republicans might not show up in Texas just because of how they kind of ousted their previous Senate candidate, John Cornyn, for a MAGA extremist kind of, who has fraud allegations, who is not a good candidate at all, even in the state of Texas. So with that being said, this is my 2026 midterm Senate predictions as of August 3rd. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like if you like this video. Comment any suggestions or tips that you have below on what you think your projections should be.